Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For the support of Oracle cards, Wisdom of the Night, Wisdom of the Night cards, Oracle cards. Here's who it's from, just so I don't butcher those names. If you look up the name of the deck, though, you'll find it easily if you want it. All of a sudden, I have a frog in my throat. Where'd that come from? All right. Relationship first, single second. Let's see what we got. You got some really good cards popping out here. You got some less than optimistic cards too. So let's see where this is going. All right, so the first thing pulling in your partner, they're getting some type of message is what I'm getting. I know it says listening, but I feel like they're getting some type of message from somebody that's really upsetting them. This seems outside of you, but it's definitely affecting your relationship with them. Now, they're hearing something, they're getting a message, and what's happening here is I feel like when they're getting this message, they're not really... Something isn't right, because I feel like they're getting the wrong idea of something. Now, I do see this coming in at the same time, but let's pick it up to see why we're getting this energy kind of pull. Spiritually, they have the Knight of Swords, but they also have the denial energy here. And I feel like there's something they need to do. And they're just, when they first get this message, it breaks their heart. It makes them very upset. But I feel like there's something they need to do. They need to respond in some way. I feel like they need to respond, but the denial is telling me it's almost like they have a certain responsibility to the situation that they might originally kind of neglect a little bit. Almost like out of the despair, they're just stepping back and they just don't want to deal with it because they're upset about it. And I'm getting here, they're denying, it feels like they're denying their responsibilities, and they need to like move back towards it. They need to send a message back, but I feel like they're kind of neglecting that energy. Now, I see you here with the Lover's card. Now, are they also keeping it from you? Because it feels like at first they might even keep it from you that this has happened. And they're getting this message, it makes them very upset. They're trying to stay out. I mean, I feel like they're just trying to, like, the denial card is like they're literally trying to not deal with it. And I'm getting at this time, they're easy for you to deal with. They seem to be maybe even a little bit extra nice to you. They're trying to make things easier for themselves. Like, they're just trying to make life easier for themselves. At this point, you're not having any type of problem with your partner. But it's about to come forward. Now, this is the thing about Aquarius. I think Aquarians tend to be a little bit intuitive myself. I do. I'm not an Aquarian, but what I've noticed, like, they seem to say things just left field every once in a while, and sometimes the Aquarians I know anyway, they might even shock themselves because they'll start a conversation and they'll be like, where did that come from? Not what they said, but the response they're getting back, they're like, what is happening there? It's almost like you know a question to ask, you just don't realize where it's going to lead to, if that makes sense. Like, you just throw out this out of the blue question just because you feel like it, and the answer you get back, you're just like, did not see that coming. But intuitively, you kind of know you're supposed to get the ball rolling, and you do. I don't know if that's coming off right, but you get the information you need. We'll just leave it at that. Because I'm getting this Ace of Swords. You seem to be prodding your partner into a conversation, and you ask just what you need to ask, and they just spill the beans, is what I'm getting. Now, when this comes out, and you find out what's happening, I feel like your immediate response is, well, take care of it. Do something about it. Like, take care of it. I feel like that's your first response. Like, do something. Fix it. I notice my throat is doing that again. Is there a problem? Okay. Fix it. Now, I feel like you're urging them to fix this. And I'm doing this, I'm noticing, which is kind of like, go fix your problem. Go get it done. And I'm just like, when somebody does this, I feel like it's very dramatic. And I feel like that's when somebody's like, they want to disconnect from something. And they're just kind of like, you go do what you have to do. I want to disconnect from this. You handle the situation. And that's when somebody like really claps their hands while they're talking. I feel like they're trying to disconnect themselves from it and get the other person to handle it. And they believe that they should. This is their challenge card. Your partner's challenge card, which is hard to pick up, I'm noticing. King of Cups. They do need to get a hold of this. They need to take the initiative, and they need to get connected with the situation and start dealing with it. It's just, I feel like they're still dragging their feet at this point. And I'm getting here, you seem to be pulling in this energy, and it's going to quickly lead into something else, but you got the Ace of Pentacles here. You're kind of looking at it like, the longer this goes on, like how long do I let this go on for? Do I need to just pick this up and do something with it myself? It's almost like they need to send back a message, and you're just kind of like, maybe I should just send back the message. Maybe I should just write the email and send it myself. And you're kind of looking at the situation like, what do we need to do to fix this? And you're starting to investigate that way. Like, what needs to be done? There's more conversations happening here, and I get that. But you're kind of like, if you're not going to do it, maybe I need to do it because this isn't right. This isn't right. Something needs to be done. And I'm getting the Hermit with the Differences card. Like, they should be handling this. But the way you're looking at it is like, this isn't right. This isn't right that you're not responding to this or you're not taking care of this. And you're trying to figure out, like, is there something you need to do to just kind of poke the bull to get it to move? Because you're just kind of like, you need to move. You need to do this. You need to go. And you're trying to figure out, like, what's the right way to do this? Because the longer this lingers on, the worse it is. And you don't like it. Your challenge card is, ironically, the Ace of Wands. The thing is, this is not something for you to handle. But that's why this is your challenge card, because you're kind of like, you know what, if it needs to be handled, maybe I'll just handle it. It's not for you to handle is what I'm getting. I'm getting that again, this is not for you to handle, but you're like, just letting it linger there, that's not right either. That's not right. You're trying to push them forward. What actually helps the situation, ironically, is being discontent with it and just letting it be. They're saying this is what helps, and I know that might seem very contradictory or counterproductive. I can't spit it out. So contradictory, I guess, is what I have to go with. Just being discontent with it and letting it be with the risk card there. Because I feel like by letting it be and being discontent, you're really like, it makes you very uncomfortable. It makes you feel like this is a bad thing. This really needs to move. But I feel you backing off. If you back off and let it be, I actually feel that, especially if you're not talking about it, you step back and you stop talking about it, it seems to really put your partner on edge. And I'm getting the King of Wands pop in. They're feeling like it's like pressure really mounts on them. And the fact that you're not coming at them, telling them they have to handle it, they have to handle it, they have to handle it. When you back off, it makes them really uncomfortable. Like, wait, why is my Aquarius partner not? Like, where did they go? Why aren't they saying anything? And it seems to really bother them. It really bothers them and it spurs them into action. And they finally move forward and they handle it. They make their decision. They move forward. I think that's very interesting that that's what it is. But it makes them nervous to the point where they're like, all right, I guess I have to handle it. It bothers them more that you stop talking about it. For some reason, it bothers them a lot more that you're not egging at them or nagging at them about it, whatever you want to call it. You're not going at them to like, deal with it, do something. You stop doing that, and it bothers them greatly. Now, they finally do something. This is the first. This goes in two phases. They got the ace, not the ace, the Two of Cups. They're making you happy. They're feeling a lot better in this situation. The fact that they're finally dealing with it, they're taking care of it. It seems to be putting things back in alignment for them. It's kind of like, all right, I finally did what I had to do. It makes them feel better to do something about it. To actually, it's like it's helping the situation. They're feeling better that they're actually handling it now. They're taking care of it. They're doing what they need to do. But there's a family connection here. It feels like a family. There's some type of family feel. If it's not literally their family, it's like a work situation where people have worked together for a long while. Whatever decision your partner has made, the people they have been in your partner's life for a while. This Six of Cups is telling me people who have been in your partner's life for a while, it's like a family connection or longtime friends, people they've worked with for a long time. Like there's some connection here that's going to cause big problems there. There's going to be some type of fallout because of this. This is one of the reasons they were holding back from this. I don't know if you're aware of it, quite frankly. They seem to know what the problem is and what's coming forward. I see that this is not a shock to them. When the chaos hits, they're not shocked at all, is what I'm getting. You might not be expecting it. It depends on the situation for you. But I'm getting here, this is going forward and it's happening on their side. I feel like I do see when this happens, you're just kind of like, what are you people doing? Like, almost like when whoever this is having their reaction, however this chaos is coming about, I feel you kind of dumbfounded, like, what is going on? Like, why is this such a problem? Your partner expected it. I don't know if you really are. Even if you're aware of some of the discord that happens in that situation, when it actually happens, I still feel like you're kind of like a little put off by it. Like, whoa, guys, let's calm down a bit. Yet when it does happen, just to be fair, you're pretty much an observer at this point. So you just kind of like have to kind of let it ride out. I feel like your partner's fine with it. They just kind of go through it like they need to. I just still see you kind of like watching it ride out, but still being kind of like, ooh, what is happening there? That's just how this is going. This, I feel though, this last part, I feel like the reason we're kind of throwing it in there is just kind of to explain maybe why your partner is a little bit more apprehensive than you realize. Like the reason behind it that maybe you need to know. And I think that's the answer, and that's the end for this one. All right, so that's Aquarius for relationships. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. I'm now going to get into Aquarius single Aquarians, I should say, and we'll get your reading right out here right now. I've done a few other readings today. I've done a bunch, actually. And this is the first one where my throat is not wanting to speak, which is so ironic in my opinion because Aquarius is air. Aquarius is communication and thought. So I'm like, how ironic that and it's the strongest of the 3 air signs. It's the leader energy. So it's very interesting in my opinion. What do we have for Aquarius that are single? What's going on around them? What's going on around them? And I wonder if that's another reason like the throat is having an issue. Maybe there's more thought and less talking at the moment. Because Aquarius, the ones I know anyway, aren't afraid to say what they're thinking. They're usually not. At least it's been my experience. Actually, I know one who seems to be a little bit more reserved about, like my brother's an Aquarius. And he says things. He says things. Let's put it that way. Single Aquarius. What do we have for single Aquarius? Alright. There's a bottom card here that wants to... The 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups. It's sneaking out of the bottom. That's very interesting in my opinion. Because I feel like what they're hinting at is maybe this could go a little bit more smoothly than it originally intended. You could maybe end up creating a lot more cooperation than maybe if you go forward a little bit harsher. Creating more, I don't want to say competition, do I? Competition? Creating more competition might serve the situation. Creating more competition? Really? Alright, let's see where that goes. I feel like people can actually align with competition. I'm getting competition. The word competition is popping in my head left and right. They're telling me that's the word I need to use, so we will do that. Yeah, I do think I want this bottom card, which is movement. Through competition. I'm getting this 3 of Cups. I'm getting the word competition, and I'm getting movement. I feel like competition moves things forward. And Aquarius is smart. Aquarius is usually quite smart. Even my brother is too. um, there's something with that. I feel like there's something we're going towards. This is single Gemini, right? What is the competition you got going on here? Now, you've had times in the past where maybe you've said some things that didn't go so well. This makes me laugh, and I'm not sure why. You have the shadow side in the past. It's kind of reminiscent of the devil card. They're telling me you've gotten yourself in some quite sticky situations by saying things maybe you shouldn't have. And life happens. I don't know what this is about, but I'm getting here. They're saying you've learned your lesson the hard way. You've said things, and you've kind of had things kind of like snubbed in your face over it. Whatever. It's a lesson learned. Now, they're saying you're holding to this, but they're saying remember these things. Pull from your past. Pull from the wisdom of your past. Missteps that you've already learned from that you don't really want to repeat. It's just between you and your thoughts what these are. So look back in your past. What has gone really sour for you? And just don't repeat that. That's what they're saying, because you're gonna stir the pot a bit going forward. Just put it in make it to your advantage. Now, you got the Ten of Cups where you're standing right now. I feel like socially you're in a very good place, and it's just kind of like I feel like you're trying to entice somebody to come towards you, and you want to like you're actively trying to get somebody interested. But you're trying to get them to tell you they're interested. It's very cat and mouse to me. That's what I'm feeling. It's a playful energy. This can be a very good energy. At this point, it doesn't feel bad, but you're trying to get somebody to kind of come towards you. You're kind of like, if you're really interested, I need you to tell me. So you're going to kind of like throw out little hints and see if they pick up on that. And if they really do pick up on that, they should move back towards you. Okay. This is also coming in with the Nine of Swords. I also see you kind of dropping out these hints, and maybe some of the wrong people are picking up on them, in the sense of like either the wrong person is advancing towards you, or somebody else is calling you out on something, and you're just like, listen, stuff it. This isn't for you. I'm dealing with something else here. I don't want your 2 cents. So I feel like your thoughts are, this isn't your thoughts, but I feel like this is because the wrong people are kind of catching on to your hints, and they're either calling you out, or the wrong people are advancing towards you that you don't want advancing towards you. Now, that's not that big of a deal. It just seems to be more of an annoyance. And I'm getting here, the Hermit card at the bottom, it's like, all right, what do I need to do? How do I need to do this? How do I need to change my approach? Because I want something to come towards me here. I want somebody to come towards me, but I want to make sure they're interested. I don't want to just go towards somebody and then go along with it because, why not? I want them to come towards me. I want them to take an advance. I'll drop a couple hints, but I want them to move towards me. That's the energy I'm getting here. Right or wrong, that's what I'm getting. And I'm getting here, you with the Knight of Swords, it's kind of like, you're very good at getting conversations going. You're getting people talking. The thing is, it's not having the effect you want. There is good things coming from these conversations, but they're going off left and right. They're not exactly going where you want them to go. And it's, again, another frustration. And this is the Nine of Swords. Like, it's not working out exactly how you want it to yet. There's some annoyance going on here. Like, this is not working like it normally would. I don't understand what the issue is here, what the deal is here. And you've got the Karma card with the Strength card in the center. So karma is kind of like what you put out, you get back. And I feel like maybe that somebody's pulling your chain the way you're pulling their chain. So if you're like pulling on somebody's chain, messing with them a little bit, they're playing the game right back. And I feel like that's what this is. Like somebody's like matching you tit for tat here, whatever that means. This for that is probably what I should say. The Strength card is here kind of like, well, yeah, all right, game on. That's kind of how that feels. Like, oh, you're going to play my game? Well, quite frankly, this is my game. So bring it, because we're going to play this game. I feel the Strength card with the Karma card kind of like, all right, yeah, you're giving me back what I'm giving out? Okay, let's play it. And I feel like that it's very interesting to me because I feel like this is the Three of Cups with the movement. if you treat this like a game, if you treat this like it's a fun thing, like, all right, because the trick is they're not going to play back unless they're interested. As long as you realize that they're playing back because they're interested, this is where the competition starts. Okay, I get it, yeah. Three of Cups, the movement, other people are involved. It's starting to become like a game. It's a game. I don't know how you're doing this, but there's other people talking, there's people playing back and forth. It's becoming a game. This person is interested. You seem to be kind of enthralled with the whole situation anyway. As long as you see it as a game, as a fun thing, this can work out. As long as it stays in the fun realm. Because what I see this going towards is the Two of Cups with the meditation. You're really starting to get along. But I know it's the Two of Cups, and I see you getting closer with this person. But it's like there's a moment. I feel like it's a moment. And you got the meditation, it's kind of like you're both understanding how you feel. And the Two of Cups is coming together, but I feel it's a moment, but it's not connecting in fully yet. So it might be a little bit off in the weeds still, but you both know how you feel. I feel like you both know how you feel. And that meditation is like, now you're both thinking, like, what do we need to do to make this go to the next level? This other person is very interesting. You got the Two of Swords with the complicated. They're not willing to take that step forward. And I don't see you either. You're trying to get them to step towards you. So I feel like it's so close. Like you both know exactly how you feel, but neither of you are crossing the line. That's this Two of Cups thing, which is killing me. Because you got the meditation, it's kind of like you're both kind of like you know how you feel, but you're both kind of just like, you say it. Like you're both looking at each other going, you say it. You do it. You say it. It's like you're both doing this. You do it. You say it. You do it. You say it. The other person is also abstaining from saying it. And the complicated is like they are a complicated person. I feel like they wouldn't even be interesting to you if they weren't. But there's a lot going on with them. And I feel like they're a little bit nervous, to be fair. There's a lot going on in their life. Complicated, I feel like you're going to have to sort that out later. There's more to them. There's a lot more going on to them than meets the eye. But what this is heading into next, and this is good because you got some good cards coming, just to be fair. Because there's 2 more cards after this, so just in case it looks bad. You got the Tower card, and you got the Choices. It's time for somebody to like shake up the situation. And more than likely, it's going to be you. Because I feel like you're going to be like, all right, I'm over this game. Let me throw my hat in the ring. I'm just going to, because I'm sick of this stalemate. I was just kind of staring, like this staring contest is not working for me anymore. I'm kind of bored with that. Altogether. So here, hat in the ring. I feel like it's going to be you. There is a chance it could be the other person, but one of you is definitely going to do it. The Tower hits is like, I feel like even though you both know how you feel, the fact that somebody broke the line there just seems to shock you both. Because what happens after it is like there's a lot of nervous energy, but now it's time to make a choice. Are we going to do this or are we not going to do this? Do you want to do this or do you not want to do this? It's yes, no at this point. The Tower is basically saying, from this moment on, this has to change. And it seems to be shocking you both that one of you threw your hat in the ring. It seems to be both shocking you both. Almost like you did it like half-heartedly. For some of you, I actually feel like you're just kind of frustrated and just out of the whim of a moment, you just like throw it out there. You're like, well, then let's start dating. And it just flies out of your mouth and you're just like, I just said that. And you're both kind of shocked about it. Choice. This is your choice. Do it or don't. What I see happening after this, playful with the love. I feel like this gets better. There's a lot of things to be sorted out, but people are usually complicated. I don't really see that as a bad thing. But it's going to get a lot better after that. After one of you breaks that line and you finally make the decision to try, it gets a lot better. Love comes from this situation. It gets a lot more fun. I feel like the two of you have a lot of fun together. It gets a lot better after somebody breaks the line. It might have been fun to play this game for a little while, but once the line is broken and somebody says something, that's when it really gets good. And I think that's it. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.